The only person you are destined to become is the person you decide to be. This quote suggests a high level of autonomy in shaping one's destiny, but it overlooks the significant impact of external factors such as social environment, economic conditions, and inherent talents. Claiming that our destiny is purely a matter of decision ignores these constraints and may lead to self-blame in those who face systemic barriers. While it's empowering to believe we can become whoever we decide to be, it's also crucial to recognize and adapt to the external factors that influence our paths. Work on what you can control, but also seek to understand and navigate the larger forces at play. Adaptability, rather than sheer willpower, often dictates our ability to shape our future. We are what we repeatedly do. Excellence, therefore, is not an act but a habit. While forming habits is powerful, labeling them as the sole path to excellence can be misleading. Not all repeated actions foster positive growth. Some can entrench us deeper into inefficiency or mediocrity. This perspective can also undermine the value of creativity and spontaneity in achieving excellence. Consider the habits you're cultivating and critically evaluate their impact on your life. Are they leading you toward the excellence you seek? It's essential to balance routine with flexibility and creativity, allowing for the adaptation of habits as goals and circumstances evolve. Strive not to be a success, but rather to be of value. This quote champions the noble idea of adding value over chasing success, but it can oversimplify the complexities of real-world achievements. Sometimes, striving to be of value can also lead to being undervalued, especially in competitive environments where visible success metrics dominate. Aim to be of value, but also understand how success is measured in your field and society. Aligning your valuable contributions with recognizable success metrics can ensure your efforts are acknowledged and rewarded, balancing personal fulfillment with societal recognition. Become addicted to constant and never-ending self-improvement. The idea of constant self-improvement suggests a never-satisfied quest that can lead to burnout and dissatisfaction. It's unsustainable to always seek improvement without appreciating the stages of personal or professional achievement already reached. It's healthy to pursue growth, but also vital to set realistic expectations and celebrate milestones. Allow yourself time to reflect on your improvements and enjoy periods of stability, which are just as crucial for long-term success and well-being. Life is growth. If we stop growing, technically and spiritually, we are as good as dead. This statement, while motivational, risks alienating those who experience periods where growth seems stalled. Growth is not always linear, and facing plateaus does not equate to a lack of life or purpose. Recognize that growth occurs in cycles and sometimes includes periods of consolidation where no apparent progress is made. Embrace these phases as opportunities for reflection and recovery, which are essential for sustainable growth. Your life does not get better by chance. It gets better by change. This quote implies that change is inherently positive, but not all changes lead to better outcomes. Suggesting that life only improves through change can invalidate the experiences of those who have faced harmful or disruptive changes that did not lead to improvement. Be discerning about the changes you pursue. Evaluate their potential impact on your life and on others around you. It's not just any change, but thoughtful, well-planned changes that are more likely to lead to improvement. Sometimes, stability and consistency can be just as valuable. The only journey is the journey within. While introspection is undoubtedly valuable, this quote may seem to dismiss the importance of external experiences and interactions, which are also vital to personal growth. Solely focusing inward can limit one's perspective and opportunities for learning from the world. Balance the journey within with engagement in the world around you. External experiences can provide insights and challenges that foster growth and enrich your inner life. Let your internal exploration be informed and enhanced by your interactions and experiences. Be the change that you wish to see in the world. This iconic quote inspires personal accountability, but can be daunting and oversimplify complex social issues that require collective action. It might also put undue pressure on individuals to effect changes that are beyond their control. While personal change is important, also recognize the power of collaboration and community. Engage with others who share your values and work together to effect broader change. Collective efforts can often achieve more than individual actions alone. The key to happiness is really progress and growth and constantly working on yourself and developing something. Equating happiness solely with progress and self-improvement can create unrealistic expectations and pressures to constantly achieve. This perspective might overshadow the importance of contentment and appreciating life as it is. While self-improvement is commendable, also make room for gratitude and contentment in your life. Balancing your drive for growth with moments of appreciation for what you currently have can lead to a more sustained and deeper happiness. He who has a why to live can bear almost anyhow. Nietzsche's insight emphasizes resilience through purpose, but it risks oversimplifying the complexities of human suffering and mental health. Not everyone can endure anyhow simply by having a why, as some circumstances are overwhelmingly difficult to bear. It's important to find your why, but equally crucial to seek support when your how becomes too difficult to manage alone. Leverage community, professional help, and other resources to navigate challenges that might seem insurmountable on your own. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with one step. While this quote inspires action, it may also oversimplify the daunting nature of significant endeavors. The focus on the first step can overshadow the ongoing dedication, resilience, and resources required to sustain the journey beyond its initial stages. Recognize the importance of the first step, but also plan for the subsequent ones. Prepare for the challenges and long-term commitments required to reach distant goals. Success involves persistence and adaptation as much as it does beginning. If you always do what you've always done, you'll always be where you've always been. This statement can motivate change, but it also dismisses the value of consistency and expertise developed through repetition. Not all established methods need revision, especially if they yield success and fulfillment. Evaluate when change is necessary, but also appreciate the benefits of consistency. Innovation is valuable, yet so is mastery and depth that come from dedication to a consistent practice or method. Don't go through life, grow through life. Encouraging growth over mere existence is valuable, but it may also create pressure to constantly seek transformation without acknowledging the merits of stability and contentment in certain life phases. Aim for growth, but also allow yourself to experience and enjoy periods of stability. Life's value doesn't diminish without constant change. Sometimes, the periods between growth are just as enriching. Growth is the great separator between those who succeed and those who do not. When I see a person beginning to separate themselves from the pack, it's almost always due to personal growth. This quote celebrates personal growth, but risks implying that those who don't stand out have failed. It overlooks the external factors and different forms of success that don't always manifest in visible separation from others. While personal growth is crucial, success can look different for everyone. Focus on your own path and define success on your own terms, without comparing your progress to that of others. What we fear doing most is usually what we most need to do. Although facing our fears can be transformative, this approach may not always be advisable or safe, especially when fears are based on real risks or trauma. Carefully assess why you fear something before deciding to confront it. Seek support and prepare adequately if you choose to face a fear, ensuring that your approach promotes safety and well-being. You must do the thing you think you cannot do. This encourages overcoming limitations, but it can also pressure individuals into attempting tasks that may be beyond their current capabilities, potentially leading to failure or harm. Push your boundaries gradually and recognize when it's wise to seek help or acquire further skills before tackling challenges that seem insurmountable. Growth often requires incremental steps, not just bold leaps. The mind, once stretched by a new idea, never returns to its original dimensions. This quote idealizes the impact of new ideas, but not all intellectual expansions are beneficial or permanent. Some ideas may be temporarily intriguing without leading to lasting change or growth. Foster a mindset that is open to new ideas, but also critical and discerning. Seek to integrate new knowledge in a way that genuinely enhances your thinking and perspective over the long term. The only way to make sense out of change is to plunge into it, move with it, and join the dance. While adapting to change is crucial, diving headfirst without preparation can sometimes lead to confusion and mistakes. Not all change should be embraced uncritically. Approach change thoughtfully. Assess the implications and prepare accordingly before fully committing. Sometimes, careful deliberation is needed more than spontaneous action. Always be a work in progress. This promotes lifelong learning, but it can also imply a never-complete state that undervalues the stages of accomplishment and fulfillment along the way. Embrace continuous improvement while also celebrating the milestones and states of completion you achieve. Recognize and honor the phases where you feel complete and fulfilled. He who is not courageous enough to take risks will accomplish nothing in life. Championing risk-taking can inspire action, but might also undervalue cautious, thoughtful decision-making. Not all achievements require high risks, and many successes come from careful planning and consistency. Balance courage with caution. Evaluate the risks and benefits thoughtfully before proceeding. Success often involves calculated risks rather than impulsive decisions. The only way you are going to have success is to have lots of failures first. While embracing failure can be a pathway to learning, this statement might create the misconception that success is solely built on the quantity of failures, which could lead to unnecessary risk-taking and demotivation after repeated failures. Recognize that while failure can be informative, it's not the only teacher. Learning from others' experiences, proactive planning, and adaptive strategies can also lead to success without the need for personal failure at every step. Focus on learning efficiently, not just through failure. Personal development is the belief that you are worth the effort, time, and energy needed to develop yourself. This quote supports the valuable concept of self-worth, but may inadvertently suggest that those who struggle with personal development feel unworthy. It can also overlook external barriers that might impede personal development irrespective of one's belief in their worth. Encourage a balanced view of personal development that considers both internal motivations and external circumstances. Support systems, resources, and acknowledging personal and systemic challenges are crucial in the journey of self-improvement. What you get by achieving your goals is not as important as what you become by achieving your goals. This idea rightly values personal growth over material gains, yet it might also understate the importance of the practical benefits achieved through goals, such as financial stability and professional advancements, which are also valuable. Strive for a dual focus on both the outcomes and the transformative process of achieving goals. Appreciate how the achievements contribute to your life practically, while also valuing the personal growth they foster. Act as if what you do makes a difference. It does. Positivity about the impact of one's actions is encouraging, but this statement might lead to an overestimated sense of individual influence, overlooking how systemic issues can dilute or complicate the effects of personal actions. Be realistic about the scope and scale of your impact. Focus on making a difference within your reach while acknowledging the broader contexts in which you operate. Collaborate with others to enhance collective impact. We are products of our past, but we don't have to be prisoners of it. This empowering statement encourages overcoming past limitations, but it simplifies the complex influences of past experiences and the ongoing effort required to change deep-seated patterns. Acknowledge the influence of your past while actively working to shape your future. This often requires consistent effort, support, and sometimes professional help, especially when dealing with deep-rooted issues. Formal education will make you a living. Self-education will make you a fortune. This comparison champions self-education, but may devalue formal education, which plays a critical role in providing foundational knowledge and social opportunities that self-study cannot fully replace. Value both formal education and self-directed learning. Utilize the structured learning and networking opportunities of formal education and complement them with self-initiated studies tailored to your personal and professional interests. The only way to discover the limits of the possible is to go beyond them into the impossible. While aiming for the impossible can drive innovation, it might also set unattainable goals that lead to frustration. Not all boundaries need to be pushed, and some exist for valid reasons. Aim to expand limits thoughtfully. Assess the risks and rewards of venturing into uncharted territory. Innovation requires balancing ambition with practicality and safety. If you do not change direction, you may end up where you are heading. This caution against unconsidered paths assumes that the current direction is undesirable, which might not always be the case. It also simplifies the complexity of changing course, which can involve significant challenges and risks. Regularly evaluate your direction and make conscious choices about your path. Be open to change, but also recognize when your current trajectory is leading you toward your desired outcomes. The most difficult thing is the decision to act. The rest is merely tenacity. Deciding to act is indeed crucial, but reducing the rest to merely tenacity understates the ongoing challenges and complexities of executing plans, especially under uncertain or adverse conditions. Prepare for both the decision and its execution. Develop a clear plan, gather resources, and build resilience to sustain your efforts beyond initial decision. Continuous improvement is better than delayed perfection. This quote promotes ongoing progress, but might discourage taking the time to thoroughly develop ideas or projects, leading to a culture of haste over quality. Balance the pursuit of continuous improvement with periods of reflection and thorough development. Ensure that the drive for constant progress does not compromise the depth and quality of your work. We cannot become what we need to be by remaining what we are. While this quote emphasizes the necessity of change for growth, it also risks undervaluing the aspects of one's current self that are foundational and beneficial. Not all existing traits or states need alteration for one to evolve. Identify which aspects of your current self serve your future goals and which do not. Embrace and refine the qualities that contribute positively and approach change in a targeted, thoughtful manner rather than wholesale transformation. Change is inevitable. Growth is optional. This statement distinguishes change from growth, but it might imply that growth is merely a matter of choice and overlook the challenges and barriers that can prevent personal development despite one's best efforts. Actively engage with the changes in your life to foster growth, but also be realistic about the challenges. Equip yourself with the tools and support needed to turn inevitable changes into opportunities for personal development. Incredible change happens in your life when you decide to take control of what you do have power over instead of craving control over what you don't. This quote promotes a proactive attitude, yet it can oversimplify the complexity of control and influence. Some aspects of life are interdependent, and focusing solely on what you can control might limit broader opportunities for impact. While focusing on what you can control, remain aware of the interconnected dynamics at play. Develop strategies to influence areas beyond your direct control and be adaptable in your approach to complex challenges. Success is nothing more than a few simple disciplines practiced every day. Reducing success to daily disciplines oversimplifies the diverse paths to achievement and ignores the roles of creativity, adaptability, and opportunity. Not all successful outcomes stem from routine or predictability. Incorporate disciplined routines that support your goals, but also leave room for spontaneity and flexibility. Adapt your strategies as circumstances change and embrace diverse approaches to achieving success. The road to success is always under construction. This metaphor suggests a never-ending journey, which can be motivating but also exhausting if taken to imply there's never a moment of completion or satisfaction. Recognize the ongoing nature of success, but also define clear milestones and celebrate achievements along the way. These moments of recognition are essential for motivation and well-being. The best investment you can make is in yourself. While investing in oneself is invaluable, this advice may unintentionally downplay the importance of investing in relationships and communities, which are also crucial for personal and professional success. Balance self-investment with commitments to others and your community. The returns from broader social and professional networks can amplify the benefits of personal development. The greatest thing in this world is not so much where we stand, as in what direction we are moving. Prioritizing movement over current position can inspire progress, but also diminish the value of stability and the significance of present circumstances in one's life. Value your current position as much as the direction in which you are moving. Understand the strengths and opportunities of your present situation to inform better the path you choose to pursue. Once we accept our limits, we go beyond them. Accepting limits is portrayed as a precursor to surpassing them, yet sometimes acceptance might lead to complacency or misjudged boundaries that hinder potential expansion. Acknowledge your limits to understand them better and strategize effectively to expand them. Use acceptance as a starting point for targeted development and calculated risk-taking. Strength and growth come only through continuous effort and struggle. This view glorifies struggle, potentially romanticizing hardship in ways that might discourage those facing genuine adversity. Recognize that while effort and challenge can foster growth, it's also essential to seek balance, support, and recovery. Growth can also occur through positive experiences and learning from others without personal struggle. Life isn't about finding yourself. Life is about creating yourself. Emphasizing creation over discovery might ignore the value of uncovering and embracing inherent traits and talents that define one's authentic self. Blend the processes of discovering and creating yourself. Explore and appreciate your inherent qualities while actively shaping your life through choices and actions. Every day, in every way, I am getting better and better. This affirmation promotes continuous improvement, but it can also set unrealistic expectations of linear progress. Not every day will bring noticeable improvements, and this mantra might discourage those experiencing setbacks or plateaus. Recognize and accept the natural fluctuations in personal growth. Celebrate your improvements, but also be compassionate with yourself on days when progress feels stagnant. Consistency in effort, not necessarily in outcomes, is key. Your future is created by what you do today, not tomorrow. While emphasizing the importance of immediate actions, this quote may oversimplify long-term planning and the cumulative effects of small, seemingly insignificant daily decisions. Balance immediate actions with strategic long-term planning. Understand that while today's actions are crucial, they are part of a broader series of decisions that shape the future. It's the pattern of behavior over time that often makes the most significant difference. Be patient with yourself. Self-growth is tender. It's holy ground. There's no greater investment. This advice rightly values patience and personal growth, yet it could inadvertently pressure individuals to always find deep significance in their self-improvement efforts, which might lead to frustration during more challenging or less profound periods. Cultivate patience by setting realistic expectations for your growth and recognizing that not all phases of development feel sacred or monumental. Invest in yourself consistently, even during less inspiring times. What lies behind us and what lies before us are tiny matters compared to what lies within us. This quote encourages introspection and inner strength, but might understate the importance of external circumstances and past experiences that significantly shape who we are and our future possibilities. While valuing the power within, also consider how your past and future are interconnected with your inner qualities. Use your external experiences to inform and enhance your internal growth. Success is the sum of small efforts repeated day in and day out. This perspective champions consistency but risks implying that success is purely a mechanical accumulation of efforts, ignoring the role of innovation, adaptability, and sometimes necessary breaks from routine. Embrace small, consistent efforts as foundational to success, but also remain open to adjusting your methods and introducing new strategies when warranted. Success often requires both persistence and evolution. Be not afraid of growing slowly. Be afraid only of standing still. Encouraging gradual growth is wise. Yet this saying might discourage recognizing the value in stillness, which can be necessary for reflection, rest, and strategic planning. Value both growth and periods of stillness as important components of progress. Understand that sometimes pausing to reflect or rest can be just as productive as active advancement. The secret of getting ahead is getting started. This quote emphasizes action, but might oversimplify the complexities involved in starting something new, such as planning, preparation, and the right timing. While initiating action is crucial, take the time to plan adequately and ensure you're ready to move forward. Getting started is important, but so is starting well. The most reliable way to predict the future is to create it. This empowering statement promotes proactivity, but can overstate control over the future, ignoring factors beyond one's influence. Focus on shaping aspects of the future within your control while remaining adaptable to unforeseen changes. Predicting the future isn't always possible, but preparing for multiple outcomes can enhance resilience. Change yourself to change the world. This calls for personal transformation as a catalyst for global change, but risks placing an overwhelming burden of responsibility on individuals, potentially overlooking the need for collective action. Work on personal changes that align with broader goals, but also engage with others to enact change on a larger scale. Recognize the limits of individual influence and the power of community. To improve is to change. To be perfect is to change often. This quote suggests a constant need for change to achieve perfection, which could lead to a never-satisfied state of mind and burnout from relentless pursuit. Embrace change as necessary for improvement, but also define and appreciate moments of achievement and completion. Perfection may be an elusive goal, and striving for continual improvement should not compromise contentment and well-being.